Nitro, Lady Soul, we live in life, Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonder Good Morning Show. What's good, everybody? Glad you were here and could make it and be here to enjoy the morning time with Nitro. Let me make sure I say good morning to the chat. See how everybody's doing this morning. Ashley Shelton, first in the building. Always a pleasure to have you, madam. Thank you for being here this morning. Zigo Kage, what up, bro? Well, I am, what up? Dabbing them one time. Coach, my guy, what up, what up, what up, what up? From Sip the Tally Films. Y'all already know what that is. The Breakdown King. Please go there and support. Good morning, Coach. Hope everything's going good. Stacy, always a pleasure to have you. Robbie Pate, what up, bro? We here. Tila, happy hump day to you also. Glad you're here with us. Yeah, we're starting off nice. Money Mike, what up? Delvin's in the building. Yes, sir. Jay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Gregory Smith, I see you, homie. We in here, bro. We in here. Yeah, I be saying, what up, bro? Yeah, I'm on time today. We all on time today. Goldman just beat the Jets. Listen. We got to beat the Jets. We have to. We can't lose no more of the games. We in playoff mode. Kush, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. Nitro. What'd you say? You said Nitro. Me and you can go in and better guard than Voorhees in 77. Probably. I wouldn't. At this point, there is not one person I think that couldn't guard better than Falele. Because it makes no sense for his size, how he has no strength, no leverage. He gets pushed back. He gets beat around the sides, going either way, either direction. Yeah. So I believe all of us, Yami, Jay, Ash, Coach, Tila, Kush, all of y'all could probably do a better job than what that man does. Real talk. But guys, I brought this up in yesterday's video. Now we get more time to expound upon it. Right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a snippet from the arena. Right? Play a snippet of that. And then I'm going to show you why problems that we've had, they just have said it's okay. Those are problems, but we got L. We got Kyle Hamilton. We'll be all right. And make no mistake about it, that was part of the problem with the defense. They were like, we got Kyle Hamilton. We can put him back. He'll fix the problems. We'll put him close to the line. He'll fix the problems. Kyle Hamilton has become the Lamar Jackson of our defense, which is nasty work. It's so bad. Someone on Twitter asked if 77 spoke English and needed an interpreter to understand things. I seen that. Oh. They were like, bro, he can't be understanding the calls, bro. He's that bad, bro. Man, I don't understand the English, Papi. I don't understand the English. Espanol is what I speak, Papi. Kyle, our best pass rusher. Kyle, our best DB. Our best tackler. It's not. The only thing he's not good at is catching the ball. That's the only thing Kyle's not good at is interceptions. Everything else, he the best on the team at. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Only thing we have to use him on special teams. Because you imagine him on special teams probably cause wreak havoc there too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Right? Hear what he had to say because I'm going to make a point this morning. Point of emphasis. Watch this.
How far could they go now that they've taken off?
I don't know.
Terrell Suggs.
I don't want to cap them, but
win the North at least, right?
They can win the North.
Okay.
They can win the North, but a deep run, I don't know. I still I think one of our biggest problems have always been in Baltimore is a true number one receiver. I love Zay, I love Rashad, but you need that receiver that people fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need that guy. Like, he older now. You know what I'm saying? But he was like one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh my God, we got DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? And AB, AB used to terrorize us when he was in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what they're trying to, turn Zay into. They experimented with Marquise Brown. That didn't go too good. You know what I mean? So I think they're trying to have Zay become like an AB type. You know what I mean? And
guys, there's a reason why I played that. Because wide receiver is nowhere near close to our pressing problems. But it goes back to exactly what I've mean or when I've said they make bad decisions that come back and bite us in the butt later on, and they do nothing to rectify. They be like, that's the decision we made. Even if we are given an out, we're not taking an out. Just like the Titanic, we're going down with the ship. And y'all know where I'm going with this. Because I'm going to get to the offensive line. Because I talked on that yesterday and stuff like that. But y'all remember when we drafted David Ojabo. Not Ojabo, Ojabo. That's how you pronounce it. And I made such a stink that I got, because people were giving the Ravens, they stole him from the league. A+++ for this draft. Now, I specifically said, why are you guys drafting an injured player? And why do y'all think he's so great for? If he was great, he wouldn't have dropped. We've seen true first-round talent. If they're true first-round talent, they can blow out their knee, their Achilles. They're still taken in the first 2 rounds. Easy. Especially if they're in a dominant role like a pass rusher. And they have a first-round grade. You understand where I'm coming from? But we took him over this guy. Pickens. You already know where I'm going with it, coach. And you know what makes this so bad? Let me tell you why this makes this even worse. Right? Because I'm going to really break it to show you the mindset, the mental lack that the Ravens put on display. We have been needing a true X receiver. Bateman's been hurt. There's nothing to know that he would be able to, sustain or whatever else like that. At the time, Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? All right, he comes in, right? 4 years, he's been in the league now. You say, okay, this guy checks all the boxes. Can play the deep ball, route runner. He can block his butt off because he's super great. He's a dog, right? But he has something that you can't teach. He is 6'4". Same type of receiver that you need for Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson, right, who was so undergiven weapons that it became, the butt of most jokes. You had an opportunity to ensure that not only a player for body type, but for straight attitude, you could have gave your quarterback. You know what's funny? Everyone said he's a me guy, right? I'm going to get into that. Don't worry, Goldman. I'm going to get into that, right? And you passed over him. Passed over him. And everybody felt so compelled to agree with the Ravens when the Steelers said, you know what? We don't want you no more. We're going to move in another direction. Right? And then that man went over to Dallas. Right? Went over to Dallas. Now, I want to show y'all something. Because I'm going to show you why he was acting up in Pittsburgh. And why he was, because he's going to speak his mind. Which you know John Harbaugh can't stand. He don't like players that speak their mind. His first year in Pittsburgh, 2022, 52 receptions, 800 yards, 15.4 a pop, 4 touchdowns. I'm making a point here, guys. Second year, 63 receptions, which that's his career high. 63 receptions is his career high. Not 70, not 80, 63. You understand that? Also a career high, 1,140 yards, 18.1 an average, 5 touchdowns. For reference, to understand, Zay Flowers, his rookie year, had 77 receptions. 2024, 74 receptions. Just so you understand where we're coming from. And to make it worse, there was always saying that, well, with Zay, you know what I'm saying? Zay, the Ravens have so many different weapons, is why he's not getting more targets. Pittsburgh didn't have nobody else. And he was barely getting the receptions. And their quarterback room was garbage. Mind you, this is a Steelers team that was making the playoffs with like 19 passing touchdowns on the season. I'm proving something here. The year after that, where Pittsburgh said he wasn't worth it, he had 59 receptions, 900 yards. To be fair, I believe he missed 2 or 3 games that year, if I'm not mistaken. He missed 2 or 3 games that year. I think it's 2. I really think it's 2. I think it's 2 games he missed that year, or he was injured or something of that effect and couldn't play all the games. Right? So he finished with 915.3, 3 touchdowns. Pittsburgh said, you know what? You're not worth it. So we're moving on. Now he's in Dallas. I'm making my point real quick. 58 receptions, 908 yards, 15.7 yards a pop, 7 touchdowns, which is a career high. The reason why 2025 is so crazy is because he still has 7 more games to go. How many yards do you think he's going to end up? God forbid there's no injury, nothing else. How many more yards is he going to end up with? He could have 50 yards per game for the rest of the year. He's a 1,400 yard receiver. You know that, right? Oh. 7 more games to go. Seven more games to hike up those stats. He's already in 10 games past all of his career totals or highs from Pittsburgh. Mind you, Ravens had an opportunity to grab this guy. Said it was his attitude. Why? Because the Ravens, as always, don't like to have receivers that actually want to get the ball. Because once the receiver starts being like, yo, I'm open, or I'm that guy, give me the ball, you're no longer a real Raven. And just as Harbaugh has addressed it and been like, if you care about stats, you don't got to play here. You can go play somewhere else. We'll enjoy lining up against you. It's the same mindset that he has towards pass rushers. Same thing he has towards right now the offensive line. And you know what's crazy about it? Is that George Pickens might become one of those guys. Like one of those guys where you're looking back like, man, one of the great receivers of his era. The Ravens had an opportunity, but didn't think he was worth the pick. But an injured Ojabo, come on over, baby. Ready to hold him. Bring him in. Mind you, you know what you need for your quarterback. Didn't EDC come out into a presser and say, those 6'4" guys that could jump out the building and have great speed and all that type of stuff, they just don't. Those are hard to find players. Had the opportunity to grab him and took an injured player instead. And this is the injured player. I want to show you something. This player, Coach believes this guy, I'm telling you, Coach, I don't care how blind anybody's going to be. There's no way anybody can believe this guy's been, box office. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's check his stats. 2022, 1010. Look like he's trying to write DOS or code. Second season, 5 combined tackles, 1 assisted, 1 sack. Okay. Third year, 5 combined, 4 assisted. Oh, career high, 2 sacks. Woo, 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 woo. Fourth season, 2 combined, 7 assisted, half a sack. Got 7 more games to go. He's on a great pace. At this pace, he'll end up with 4 combined, 14 assisted, and a full sack. Somebody stop the presses. We found a dog. Right? And I know everybody's going to try to say, 2020 is always, No. You knew. This is the same foolishness. Just like, what's crazy? Teams are trying to come out, the media, they shape perception, saying that. Try to come out. Same people that are saying that were saying Lamar going to be a quarterback. You know that, right? Same people that are saying that, the Ravens don't need a George Pickens. Tyler Huntley could do the job just as well as Lamar. We are looking at a team that refuses to build a wall around their best player and has refused to give him the best weapons at his disposal. That's that. You can't even argue it. On top, for context purposes, have wasted a rookie contract by this player and stated themselves that they did not build the team properly around him. He had to beg just to get an old OBJ. Yeah, 12 starting Sunday. Coach, I'm making a proclamation right now. Shedeur Sanders is another player that's going through this, where the media has shaped a narrative and everyone's going to run with it. Shedeur Sanders this Sunday will have 200 plus passing yards and 2 or more passing touchdowns. I'm telling you this right now. I was going to go 3 touchdowns, but I'll stick with 2 this Sunday. The Browns will score 28 to 30 plus points in this game. I'm telling you this right now. That's my proclamation. I'm saying it right now. So you guys, I wanted to make sure I left this up there. So all those people that were saying, Jabo, I want you to look at all of his fire, lightning, absolutely generational numbers that warranted us to not take on a receiver that checks off every box from coming here. Yes, Zeke Okage, he is the only one that's done more with less. We won 4 straight with the subpar performance by our QB. When he hits his stride, it's over. Don't mind. He's not having subpar performances. His team around him is having some. This is what I keep trying to tell y'all. And I don't understand why people don't get this. When you say hike and there's a guy running straight at you, there's not much you can do. He's not having a bad game. His teammates are having a bad game. The last tip, because what Rosengarten was going straight into his quarterback. And then the ball went off his head because he's going right back into what? His quarterback, his leader, the franchise, Big L, rest in peace. You see what I'm trying to say? If Lamar would have came out and his offensive line was playing good and he threw 3-4 interceptions, I would have told you Lamar didn't play well. I heard people saying, oh, Lamar was skittish in the pocket. He had happy feet. Did y'all watch the game? Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? Oh, go my his legs. Cool. He's a quarterback that can't really run like that to escape, like we're used to him escaping. And they're teeing off, right? Because they can't block 1 through 5. Have you seen some of the run plays with Henry? Henry's getting hit by 2 people as soon as he gets the ball, 2 people from every other play is hitting Henry right in the face. And I got people telling me he's not looking the same as he did last year. There's no holes. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, for our offense, is fighting to keep them afloat while our other offensive pieces dropping the ball, batting the ball up into the air. And to be fair, Derrick Henry started off the year with the fumbles. I can make an argument right now to show you, to everyone saying that Lamar had a bad game, I can make an argument right now that all of Lamar's interceptions for the last 2 seasons have been his teammates' fault. Every single one. Let's argue. You know how crazy that is? Not because it's a bad pass. Not because he threw it to the wrong place on the field. Because his teammates caught the ball and then somehow throw their hands up with the ball in it like it's 2020, you know what I'm saying? Like it's 2000, 00, and then, ball up in there, interception. Someone challenge me on that, please. His last interception wasn't being batted up in the air. It was batted off his teammates' head because he was being pushed into him. That's his teammates' fault. You know what's funny? Even the one that we were complaining about, Rashad Bateman. Remember the Rashad Bateman one in the playoffs? And then it came out that, because Lamar took all the blame for that. Then it came out that Rashad Bateman ran the wrong route. And it's like, false. He tried to throw sidearm. Yeah, he tried. Coach, I remember he tried to throw sidearm. Because that's what he does. He tried to throw sidearm to get it around him. But then Rosengarten got pushed into his arm. So it binked and it went off his head. And that's, what's crazy? Our bar for Lamar is so crazy, so high, that we're just expecting him you got to make that work, homie. Because he can't move like he used to right now. Because he's hurt. Because of the 5 guys, not talking about burgers, that we bring up all the time. So, like the one thing that we can always hang our hats on is that Lamar can escape, make a play. He can't even do that right now because he's still recovering. And last time you saw his knee, he started off the game running like, Lamar's looking more like Lamar. Then if you go back and watch all 22, there was a play where they were hanging on his leg and you saw him get twisted under and he was like, and you saw him wince. And after that, he never ran it again for the rest of the game. I'll tell y'all what. We'll split the difference. Right? We'll split the difference. I promise you this. Mark my words, like, edit this part out, right? Or edit this part and keep it right in your pockets, right? If that's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, their offensive line pushes themselves into their arm and it causes an interception, I promise you, not one person will say it's their fault. None. And I'll put money on this. That's okay. Y'all gonna see it probably happen the next game. They'll be like, how is that his fault? How is he supposed to throw it around a guy, his own offensive line running into him? And I'm gonna be like, y'all gonna be like, yeah, I mean, but they love them. I'm telling you, she's so much with a $5 donation. Yes, first donation of the morning said it's just easier for people to blame the quarterback. Meanwhile, 77-70 have been getting wrecked all season long. Yeah, and that 72, 70, and 77 have been atrocious. Like atrocious. Best Nation donation, she's so much. Thank you so much for that. They've been like that one hit that he took from Rosengarten, that he took from the right, and then you just saw Miles just fling him to the ground. You saw Lamar like just laboring to get up. I'm like, yeah. Yup. But like I told y'all before, my mindset is this. They knew how bad this offensive line was. And they kept it. So now I don't want to, like, that's, I don't care how much of a Lamar person I sound like, that's a built-in excuse. And I'm going to use it every single Sunday because he's getting killed. Nigel Nick Wright said he's still not looking in that Lamar Jackson makes the playoffs. You know, listen, let me tell you, you know how hurt he's going to be if the Ravens make the playoffs, his team don't, and then Lamar and them end up going to the Super Bowl. Oh, I can imagine what he's going to say. They only got that because Mahomes ain't there. I'm going to be like, Mahomes didn't make the playoffs. What are we talking about here, bro? Bro didn't make the playoffs either. 7-9 for the second donation, $5. Let's go. Yes. Falele got photos on somebody, bro. He got them presidential pictures. He got them Epstein folders. Probably. I don't know what be going on in the background and stuff. You don't know what be going on. Mind you, these are these football coaches, GMs, they're politicians. And I don't trust politicians from either side. Tell you that right now. That's what they are. Yo, tired of it, bro. Tired of it. And look, even now, I'm going to put it into perspective for you guys, right? I'm putting it into perspective. Does our offense look that stagnant if the offensive line is 30% better? There's legit plays when they go hike, there's somebody in the backfield. As the ball hits Derrick Henry's hands or Lamar Jackson's hands, there is somebody in their face. Other quarterbacks, if they had to face this, the season's over. There's no coming back. The only reason why we didn't have a chance of coming back is because of number 8. That's the only reason. Y'all know that, right? I think I said this before. It's not me being a Lamar guy. I'm telling y'all the truth. We've already seen what this team looked like without him. They were horrible. And shout out to Kyle Hamilton, because he's been being a freak. And I've said this before, that was the problem with the defense. The defense is starting to treat Kyle Hamilton like how the offense treats Lamar Jackson. Nobody else got to do their jobs. Kyle, pick up the slack. If we need a sack, go call Kyle. We need a play to be made, call Kyle. A stop, call Kyle. Our safeties ain't working good, put Kyle in the back. We need more tackles, put Kyle in the front. If we need pressure, put him around the line of scrimmage. That's what it became. So other guys weren't doing their jobs. And that's the problem with the Baltimore Ravens. Other guys aren't doing their jobs. And you're 100%, it's a team sport. If you ask, listen, we're not going to agree on everything, right? Just like you see me and Coach, we're not going to agree on everything. But the one darn thing that we can 100%, 1,000% agree on, football is the ultimate team sport. It takes guys doing their jobs 11 to 11, right, to have success. Do you have multipliers? Yes. Derrick Henry, force multiplier. Lamar Jackson, force multiplier. Kyle Hamilton, force multiplier. You understand where I'm coming from? But if they're all not doing their jobs for the most part and just looking at the force multiplier to just KO Ken times 5. KO Ken and 5 not enough no more. KO Ken times 10. KO Ken 10 is not enough no more. KO Ken times 20. KO Ken 20 is not enough. Now you're killing yourself. Can't even barely walk. Now you're trying to give yourself a heart attack. KO Ken times 50. Oh, he can go to 50? Oh, we don't got to do nothing now. Now they're looking at you to go KO Ken times 100. And you're turning red, dying, and they're looking at you like, and the fans are looking at you like, get up. You've done it before. Do it again. Aren't you supposed to be a hero? I need a hero to save me down. I need a hero. Flex, I didn't bring up Kyle Hamilton, Derrick Henry. Coach said, breathe, man. Bro, it's so frustrating. Do y'all not understand what I go through watching this? Because mind you, I've always been honest with this. I would love for us to have a team of all pros. But that's not feasible. That's not the way the world works. You're not going to have all pros at every level or pro bowls at every single position. That's understandable. We have guys that are legit skillet, selling the knife. You already know what it is. Right? So we have guys that are literally refusing to do their jobs. They're not even blocking. Like the man sitting there. You ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog? And that one floating guy, return the slab. Return the slab. That's how this man is on the offensive line. That's how our defense was playing for a long time. Looking at 1 or 2 people to make up for all of their deficiencies. It's ridiculous. And I'm supposed to be cool with that? Oh, my dead body! Jared Thomas and Nigel Nick Wright is leaning even more heavy Josh Allen Bills now. So, yeah, he's pissed if Lamar beat Josh and the Bills. He's also the Bills/Josh Allen guy. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Bro, because he's going to have to change his narrative or double down so much that he loses credibility. See, that's the thing. See, I want you to understand something real quick, right? For all the people that have waged their careers on Lamar is not a good quarterback, not a player winner because he doesn't have a Super Bowl. Once he wins, you lose all of your arguments. So now you're stuck there with your name looking like you're tied to foolishness. And one thing is just like, what's his name? There was a guy that used to come on ESPN. And I remember he came out there, he said something crazy. He was just like, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant couldn't fill or walk in LeBron James' shoes. And it was a hot take. It went viral crazy, but he lost all credibility saying that. So you didn't see him no more. So I already know how this is going to go with Nick Wright. Because he doesn't want to, trust me, he don't want to lose his credibility. Because then he'll lose his show. Produced by Urban Closer with a $5 donation, bro. Yes! What's sad is this is their version of a building around LJ when they barely did anything for him. Disgustingness, job, EDC, Harbs, and Bashadi. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to you, producer. Best Nation donation. Thank you so much for that, bro. That's my point. Thank you for making it, bro. And they're acting like they did something crazy, like they cooking. with hot grease. I'm talking about your grandma's skillet hot cooking. When the meat hit that black skillet and that thing starts sizzling, that's when they feel like they cooking. Extra seasoning with a side of sauce, maybe some gravy, rice, white rice, add that on there. Cup of Kool-Aid. Oh, look at this meal I've done for game. I don't know what I've done, babe. Like they're just stretching out greatness, like they're the rubber band man. Hey y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band man. It's nasty work. Imagine if a job in Norway were guards instead. Point made. When the meat hits that skillet, y'all remember what's good? Like, listen, y'all remember your grandmother's buttermilk biscuits? I'm Jamaican, so we didn't have, my grandmother didn't cook biscuits. But, yeah, everybody, if you grew up around your grandparents, you had, like my grandmother used to do a lot of catering before I was even born. So when grandma got to cooking, they think they cooking like my grandma. Don't ever disrespect my grandma like that in your life. Yo, they thinking they cooking like how my grandma be cooking, bro. You want me to lose my mind on this show? Huh? It's nasty work out here, bro. Scuba Steve, we didn't eat biscuits like that growing up. It's not a Jamaican thing. A lot of different rices, rice and peas, gunga peas and rice, white rice. You know what I'm saying? Where Jamaicans really shine are the meats. Pause. Strong, heavy pause. But that's where Jamaicans really shine. The oxtail, the curry goat, curry chicken, escovitch fish, or we just call it fish. You know what I'm saying? The way everything is seasoned down, a lot of dumplings, redone, boiled dumpling, fried dumpling. Then what you might get is boiled dumpling, and then they'll cut it thin, and then they'll put it on a skillet and redo it on there too. Festival. You got festival, the long skinny ones, a little sweeter. Brown stew, yeah man, that nice. So as I'm trying to say, oxtail meat, please. Tila, stop. We're live. Oh! Yo, I be saying with a $5 donation. Yes! The Ravens are trying to invent a new Hall of Fame category. HOS Hall of Super. Yo, bro. Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all not gonna disrespect my grandma talking about some EDC cooking compared to my grandma's cooking. He's cooking slop. Stuff that you give to animals, you know what I'm saying, on the countryside and stuff like that. It's nasty work out here. Kush for the $5 donation. Yes. Biscoff, DEC, and hard butts don't like or value Lamar. They tolerate him because his name keeps his organization relevant. More times than not, I feel like that's true. I keep saying that. And I know people we're a team that never won with a truly dominant quarterback. So we're not used to having a quarterback. We're not used to the news being centralized around a quarterback. You even see it with John Harbaugh. When they keep bringing up Lamar, it pisses him off. He's not even used to that. He's not used to everything being, because when you have a quarterback, 9 times out of 10, most of the commentary is about the quarterback. When you were talking about the New England Patriots, who are you talking about? Tom Brady. And then on a close, but on a lesser note, Bill Belichick. Any team Peyton Manning's been on, who are you talking about? When Eli Manning was in his prime on the Giants, who they talking about? Cincinnati, who they be talking about? And they got stars at different levels. Who they be talking about? Okay. Buffalo. Who they talking about? So don't hate the player, hate the game. Can we take first place this weekend? I heard that Mason Rudolph will be starting the game for the Steelers. And if he starts and Aaron Rodgers can't play, and we beat the Jets, yes, we take first place. Southern Nights at EDC cooking prison food. Don't ask me how I know. Oh, God. Oh. Shout out to you, Zelly. Shout out to you, man. He cooking schlop, bro. It's nasty. Now, here's the thing. EDC hasn't missed totally. I mean, he drafted Kyle Hamilton. But there's so many holes in this team that drafting one of the greatest safeties, it's right now lining up that Kyle Hamilton's going to go down as one of the greatest safeties to ever play the game. That does not rectify the absolute foolishness that you've put on display on building the other parts of the team. Ackee sawfish with dumpling is always, that's breakfast. Brown stew chicken's a good lunch. Curry goat, fire, jerk chicken, oxtail. You know what's crazy? Oxtail to me is like specialty food, right? So that's like a once every 3 or 4 months. If you're rich, you can eat anytime you want. But oxtail is like a once in a 4-month span you might eat oxtail. So oxtail is specialty food for, you know what I'm saying, real talk. Jerk chicken, I can eat jerk chicken every day. Real talk, I can eat jerk chicken every single day. I can eat jerk chicken for dinner every single day. Because there's so many different things you do with jerk chicken. I can have a jerk chicken salad, jerk chicken sandwich, jerk chicken with some rice, jerk chicken with festival, jerk chicken with bummy. I don't see, the real Jamaicans know what bummy is. If you don't know what bummy is, you ain't a Jamaican. But yeah, wait, you know what I'm saying? Jerk chicken with maybe some fried dumpling. I can eat jerk chicken every day. Curry goat's another one, more specialty. You have that once every couple months. But curry chicken, jerk chicken, Ackee sawfish, brown stew, you have those regularly. And bully beef. I be tearing up those patties. You know it. Spicy. You can do a lot with oxtails too, though. I'm Jamaican. I eat oxtails one way. Real talk. Producer with a $5 donation. Yes! Coach said something that stuck with me. He said EDC gives guard the groceries, but Favre don't know how to cook them. Like, dog, use Google if you have to. Coach isn't wrong. If me and Coach will disagree on certain things, we're not disagreeing on that. Coach is 1,000% correct. On top of he hasn't been perfect, but the players that he's given him, he don't even use them properly. We have Isaiah Likely, who has the ability to be a top 5 weapon in the league, and we're not using him. And you know what's crazy? If God forbid Isaiah Likely left Baltimore, I promise you guys, mark my words, he goes and finds him a Andy Reid, a Sean Payton, one of those guys for the Shanahan tree, you're going to see a player that's going to be considered one of the greatest tight ends and one of the greatest players ever play football. And y'all going to be like, I'm going to be like, oh, but he should have been sharing snaps with Mark Andrews, Cole Lahr. Y'all said that. And I'm gonna be insufferable if that happens. Let y'all know that now. For all the mistakes that this team has made and missed on, let that happen. Let that be the one that'll be the straw that brought the camel's back. You'll think I'm not a Ravens fan after that. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. Y'all think I'm joking. Y'all know I don't joke. Scuba Steve's are not gonna lie. Jerk chicken and curry chicken are the things I need to learn how to cook next to. Yeah, dumplings are not good to me. You haven't had a good dumpling, bro. You haven't had a good dumpling, bro. Boiled or think you haven't had a good dumpling, bro. Scuba Steve said no Jamaican places near you. Where you at, Scuba Steve? And once again, shout out to Mark Andrews. Yes, he's the Ravens leader. Yes. But Isaiah Likely is by far the better player. It's not even close. Turkey neck. My dad likes to do a lot of the stuff with the smoked. Nitro, your middle name is insufferable even when we up. I call out things that I see that I feel like could be problems moving forward. That's why a lot of times the stuff that I say age well. Because I'm not just looking at we're winning. I'm looking beyond the win. Like some people will say, we won last Sunday. Who cares? We won. And what did I say after that game? Can we play that way and beat Pittsburgh? Probably not. Can we play that way and beat the Patriots? Probably not. Joe Burrow's coming back. There's going to be a whole bunch of scoring with him and Jamar Chase. You know, Jamar Chase got Mr. Haktua himself got suspended. He has cost himself $500,000 for being suspended. So because of that, right, he's going to come back and try to get all the stats he can because he's going to be like, you know what I'm saying, for vengeance. How can this team overcome Harbaugh and the O-line and win the championship? Pablo, I don't know. I'm praying they figure it out, though. If you use a pellet smoker, you're not a real smoker. Just an easy bake oven. I want a pellet one, too, bro. I want one so bad. I got a brand new grill that I got to put together. I got that one from Sam's Club, that big circle one. I had bought it months ago and I got to put it together. Just haven't put it together yet. I'll take a picture of it when I'm done too. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, guys. I just want this team to win and I want us to be a dynasty. There's no reason for us not to have the ability to be a dynasty. We're selling ourselves short if we accept anything less. We have one of the greatest quarterbacks to have ever played in Lamar Jackson. We have Derrick Henry, one of the greatest running backs who ever put on cleats. We have Isaiah Likely, who, in my estimation, could be one of the best weapons in the league in this era. We have Kyle Hamilton, who will go down one of the greatest defenders in his era. Roquan, one of the best defenders of his era. There is no excuses why you can't be a dynasty. None. None. I come back and we talking grilling, bro. It's because I brought up some of the Jamaican food, bro, and people started. Oh my God, y'all wilding out here, bro. Wilding. But what do you guys think? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you think the Ravens got to do more? How do you think we move forward with this offensive line? And how do you think our offense looks as long as this offensive line is playing like this? Because remember, guys, the colder it gets, the more poor these offensive lines usually look. Just saying. I'm just saying. But, guys, that's another episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Thank you for watching. I know we get down, we have fun, and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. I want you to have a wonderful morning, a wonderful day. God bless everybody. Please stay safe, especially after I told you what happened yesterday. I got a lot of stuff to go get done. I'm gonna have 2 videos for your liking and pleasure later on. So be on the Wonderkin Show to see those guys, okay? But like I said, you have a wonderful day. God bless. Love you guys. Stay safe. And y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.